All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go and get right into it. Your Packers and the Bears predictions, week 1. Let's go. Getting into the matchup predictor, we have 48.1% for your Packers, 51.5% for the Bears. This game will be played on Sunday at 4:25. I will be streaming this game, so make sure you guys lock it in, subscribe, smash that like, that thumbs up. As for the spread, all right, so it looks like the line has changed. It was 2, but now it's 1. So the Bears have went down to win by 1. Over and under is 43. And obviously this game will be played at Soldier Field in Chicago. All right, let's go ahead and get into the depth chart. All right, so as far as your Green Bay Packers, starting quarterback is going to be Jordan Love, followed up by Sean Clifford, which, getting into Sean Clifford, he looked really good during preseason. I liked his throwing. I like his movement in the pocket, his vision. He looked great. So I definitely think he's going to be a wonderful backup for Jordan Love. And I'm excited to see what that combo can do if needed. Next up is going to be Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon as your 1 and 2 for the running backs, followed by Emmanuel Wilson and Tyler Goodson. As for your wide receivers, Christian Watson, Romeo Doubs, Jaden Reed. Tight end is going to be Luke Musgrave. Fullback Josiah DeGuara. Left tackle David Bakhtiari. Left guard Elton Jenkins. Josh Mayers for your center. John Runyon for your right guard. And Zach Tom for your right tackle. As far as the defense, Kenny Clark, TJ Slayton, usual suspects. Devontae Wyatt, Preston Smith, Devondre Campbell, Quay Walker, Rashawn Gary, Jair Alexander, Rudy Ford, Darnell Savage, and Razul Douglas. As far as your special teams, Anders Carlson, Daniel Wayland, Kishan Nixon, and Matt Orzik for your long snapper. All right, let's get into this prediction, ladies and gentlemen. Some of you are going to hate me for it, and that's fine. And some of you are going to love me for it. But by the end of the video, you'll understand why I'm saying what I'm saying anyway. So let's get into it. Last year, while Aaron Rodgers was out, Jordan Love did get his chance to get some real playing time, show his strengths and weaknesses. He had 14 completions on 21 attempts, 66% completion percentage. He averaged 9.3 yards on each throw and had 1 touchdown. And this year's preseason, he looked poised. He was focused. He's definitely grown in this role. And I've been saying this since day one. When Aaron Rodgers was doing this thing last year and he went out as far as on injury, I thought that Jordan Love was ready. Some of you didn't. Some of you were hoping that Aaron Rodgers was going to stay. Obviously, we got into the whole trade thing where Aaron Rodgers left. So now it's Jordan Love's team. And the real question is whether or not he's going to be able to go in there, take control of the team, lead this Packers franchise to what they think he can do, and basically say, hey, we don't need you, Aaron Rodgers. We've got Jordan Love, and he's the next man up. Hey, maybe he is. The Packers have a great quarterback history, picking up Aaron Rodgers, picking up Brett Favre. So Jordan Love potentially should be that next man up. All right. So as far as your running backs go, you obviously have Aaron Jones, who will get you those big gains, and then you're going to have A.J. Dillon, who's going to be used for those small gains, 2 and 3 yards to get the first down, those small yardage situations. You still have a great core of receivers in Romeo Doubs, Jaden Reed, who looked great in preseason, as well as Christian Watson. Packers defense still looking solid with TJ Slayton, Preston Smith, Jair Alexander, and Darnell Savage. But you're going to need all those guys playing at an elite level. Last year, they allowed 21 points per game, 103 rushing yards on average, and did fairly decent on the pass, only allowing 197 yards on average. The defense is going to have to develop some new strategies if they're going to get the quarterback and stop the run. But I think Matt LaFleur and Joe Barry will get things figured out as the season progresses. And listen, a lot of people didn't think Joe Barry was going to last. He's here for 1 more year. So it looks like they believe in him, and hopefully he can make the proper changes needed. Getting into these Bears. All right, now obviously there were so many issues that the Bears had last year as far as offense goes. We know they struggled. Justin Fields was kind of like a deer in the headlights. We got to be honest with it. But hey, he showed that he had talent. He shows that he has promise. The kid can run, and he can throw. The real question is whether or not he's developed enough to get over that hump. And I think he has, but to a degree. Let's get into this one. Obviously, last season was very disappointing. The Bears finished 3 for 14, lost their final 10 games. Their season had began great. So despite the offensive deficiency, Chicago started the season winning 2 of their first 3 games and that included an upset of the 49ers, which was a Super Bowl contending team. Justin Fields had 192 completions on 318 attempts on 60% completion, 2,242 yards passing, 1,143 yards rushing. He was sacked 55 times and fumbled 9 times on 25 touchdowns. Khalil Herbert, he had 731 yards on 129 carries and 4 touchdowns. DJ Moore, he's going to be coming over from the Panthers for additional depth and will be a great target for Fields. Chase Claypool should be great once he's back and he's healthy. Cole Kmet, who I think has been underutilized, he's excellent at tight end. I think he needs to see more touches. Last year, he had 7 touchdowns on 69 targets and averaged 11 yards per catch. And guess what? They had to utilize him because it was very, very tough for Fields to look down the field at those other wide receivers. Hopefully this year he feels more comfortable. He'll have more time in the pocket so that he can utilize his wide receivers. As far as the Bears defense, this is a tough one. Bears defense was simply one word: terrible. Either last or second to last on points allowed, sacks, quarterback hits, and passes defended. Last year, they allowed 27.2 points on average, 375 total yards, dead last when ranked against the run at 157 yards allowed. The pickup of Tremaine should help fix the issues in the middle. Edmonds, TJ Edwards, defensive tackles, Andrew Billings, Gervon Dexter, and Zach Pickens. Defensive ends, DeMarcus Walker and Raheem Green, and quarterback Tyreek Stevenson, while the adjustments at the line should lead those gaps being slightly filled or at least contained for shorter gains. All right, so in conclusion, this will be a hard contest for both quarterbacks, and will come down to whether Justin Fields has further developed his vision and will be able to utilize his receivers more instead of relying on the run, or if Jordan Love has built enough time with his receivers, can move the ball effectively while using Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon to open up the deep ball. As many changes as the Bears have made on defense, I need to see more from the offense after how terrible things were last year for the Bears. I'm just not a believer yet, but I do think this will be a close one, so I'm going Packers by a field goal, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what you think in the comments. Drop your score predictions down below. Tell me if you love what I'm saying. Tell me if you hate what I'm saying. It's all a good time. You know, we'll chop it up. Make sure you guys smash that like and, of course, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.